Nothing here is staged. No retakes, no warnings. Just massive machines and one fatal mistake. Welcome to UnrealX Moments. It's hard to believe the vehicle seemingly missed both the horn and the approaching train. Fortunately, no one was affected, but it's a clear wake-up call for everyone. A vehicle took a wrong turn and was immediately involved in a collision with the train. Fortunately, the driver managed to get out before the train arrived. In Salisbury, a vehicle chose the wrong thing to challenge, and fortunately, the lesson was limited to losing its trailer. Yet another reckless individual repeats the same mistake. The warning lights were on, the barriers were down, and a train was approaching. Yet it still didn't seem to be enough for this vehicle to recognize the danger ahead. In Central California, a collision occurred after a tractor-trailer became stuck on the tracks, making a collision with the train unavoidable. Thankfully, there were no reported injuries. In Nordhausen, Germany, a train was unfortunately derailed, but it was quickly put back on the tracks and returned to normal. Operation Another Derailment was reported in Hungary, causing several rail cars to separate from the locomotive. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. It appears he chose to take the train home rather than drive. A major train derailment occurred at Station Square, with 7 rail cars sliding off the tracks. Fortunately, no one was affected, and the cause is believed to be damaged track infrastructure. It seems I celebrated a bit too early, thinking nothing was going to happen. A man slipped on the tracks, and it's hard to believe the train passed without affecting him. Still, it's a clear reminder for those who remain careless around railway tracks. I bet you've never seen 30 locomotives like this at once. If you have, let me know in the comments.
I swear to God.
Harry Potter fans were left disappointed when a passenger train passed through the station at the exact moment the Hogwarts Express appeared, blocking the long-awaited view. An important lesson at just the right time. Have you ever seen a train that doesn't run on tracks?
A už jede. Jedna čuba, druhá odlítla, třetí, čtvrtá odlítla, jedna drží. Dvě čuby na sobě. To bude mrda. A je tam. A je tam. A je tady. Jdu to zajistit. Toť vše. Konec přenosu. Really go, go, go.
On the tracks, a train's power is absolute. This time, the victim was a tow truck stuck on the crossing. Fortunately, the collision caused no injuries. A heart-pounding moment unfolded as a tanker truck collided with a train. Just seconds before disaster, the driver managed to get out in time. Railroad tracks are not a parking space, and when that's forgotten, the train becomes the final reminder. Anything that stands in a train's way has only one outcome: defeat. Despite the train closing in, the family chose to cross the tracks. One thoughtless decision nearly led to serious danger. Train tracks are no joke. Anyone who challenges them pays a heavy price. The camera captured the moment. A train derailed while crossing an intersection north of Saskatoon. Thankfully, no injuries were reported. One of the wheels on a freight train in Switzerland unexpectedly caught fire. Thankfully, responders acted fast and handled the situation safely. I don't remember any train scenes in Speed Racer. This is definitely something you'd only see in India. But sitting on top of a train like this is definitely not something the police would recommend. In Tekirdağ, Turkey, a rail car became detached and struck a gate, an incident that may look ordinary but carries serious potential risks. We're all familiar with locomotive turntables, but seeing an entire train rotate like this is something I've never seen before. This is how trains are transported by water. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and follow for more. In Chicago, a large group of thieves openly looted a freight train carrying valuable goods after it became stuck on the tracks, turning the area into a scene of chaos. In Versailles, an unfortunate collision occurred when a tractor trailer became stuck on the tracks and was unable to avoid an oncoming train. Fortunately, the driver managed to get out in time, and no one was injured. A similar incident also took place in Lochapoka, Alabama, and was caught on camera. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but the damage was clearly visible. On train tracks, a single wrong decision can put you in danger, and with just one wrong turn, this man paid for that lesson with his car. It's hard to believe the driver didn't notice the oncoming train or hear the horn. Thankfully, no one was injured. It becomes clear that once you're on the tracks, the train holds absolute power. Whatever gets in its path, it all ends the same way. In Greencastle, Pennsylvania, a family tried taking photos on the tracks, unaware they were putting themselves in danger, until a train appeared. Slow speed doesn't equal safety. Always be cautious on the tracks before you have to learn that lesson the hard way. It may look scary, but this is just a normal day here. For the locals, these tracks are how they make a living. What do you think about that? In London, Ontario, Canada, 5 railcars carrying discarded railroad ties unexpectedly caught fire. Fortunately, the damage was limited to property, and no one was affected. Train derailments tend to come as a shock, especially in Europe, where they don't happen very often. On average, there are only about 100 each year. Could this be the quiet romance of trains? Anyone who says trains create pollution, don't be ridiculous. Where's the proof? Someone left their bike right on the tracks, and you can clearly see the outcome it led to. It's clear that ignoring traffic laws never leads to a good outcome. Although no one was injured in this collision, it remains a strong warning. Once again, it shows that even 2 vehicles are no match for a train. Thankfully, no one was injured, but the lesson couldn't be clearer. A collision occurred when a train traveling from Rusk, Texas, was struck by another train coming from Palestine, Texas. Fortunately, the impact was minor and no injuries were reported. Reckless actions always come with a price, so don't gamble with safety on the road if you don't want to pay a heavy cost. The camera captured a train derailment, resulting in a highly chaotic scene. It looks unusual, but it's caused by oil residue, building up inside the locomotive's exhaust and igniting when the diesel engine works harder. Honestly, if this wasn't on video, I'd never believe there's a Spider-Man in India. Despite a train moving right beside them, the crew stayed focused and carried out their work with professionalism. Guess who just fell for it? A tractor-trailer made a bad call crossing the tracks as a train was coming. Thankfully, this time the damage was limited to the trailer.
Oh my god, oh my god!
Run, go quick, Bill!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
What do you think about this situation? Let us know in the comments. In Multisaw, a train unexpectedly left the tracks and went off course. Fortunately, there were no injuries. A near-perfect operation to put the derailed train back on the tracks. I bet there's more than one place to sleep, but this guy chose the tracks and almost paid for it. Trains are not something to test your luck with. Follow traffic laws before you have to learn that lesson the hard way. It looks like the train is a mobile fireworks machine. This is how railway tracks are heated to prevent them from breaking due to temperature changes. I can't believe this actually works.
Akhirnya berhasil juga nomor.
This is how old ballast is removed and replaced with new stone along the tracks. Despite heavy monsoon damage to the rail network, trains in Pakistan continue to operate under extreme flooding conditions. Have you ever heard a train sing? Before a train gets moving, sand is applied to improve traction, allowing it to run more smoothly on slick rails.
YouTube ko lang terus.
Reindeer walking along train tracks is far more common than you might think, which is why these engineers seem to have picked up a new skill: herding reindeer. In Thailand, a vehicle unfortunately became stuck on the tracks. Despite people nearby trying to help, it wouldn't move, making a collision with the train unavoidable. Whether accidental or intentional, obstacles on the tracks all meet the same fate, and this time the owner was lucky enough to get away before the train arrived.
Safety back up.
This marks the final run of the SL Kita Biwako train, passing through Kyoto to a warm farewell from the crowd. With no warning at all, a derailment unfolded in Kingston, Ontario. In a matter of moments, one rail car slipped off the train, a reminder of how quickly things can change on the rails. In Rosenberg, an incident occurred when a moving train experienced a car derailment and nearly tipped over, but the situation was quickly brought under control. This man looks as if the incident unfolding is nothing more than a harmless fireworks show. The camera captured the moment a technician accidentally caused a line to explode, though thankfully no one was affected.
Вот и все.
This is not a snowstorm at all. It's simply the way a snow clearing machine does its job. When snowplows get to work, their power is truly impressive.
Nope.
These steel machines never stop amazing me, from their raw power to their striking beauty. The footage highlights the overwhelming power of trains on the rails, operating steadily and efficiently in all weather conditions. I always thought incidents between trains and railway workers were nearly impossible, but it turns out rare cases like this do happen.
Porra, mas o cara enroscou lá no trilho, rapaz. O trem tá buzinando que tá vindo ali. Nossa senhora.
In the absence of barriers or signal lights, the question is whether the driver was at fault. What's your take? You don't even have to say it. We all know what happened. A collision occurred between a locomotive and a freight truck on the tracks. and fortunately, no one was injured.
That happened 30 in the morning here in Marysville, Washington. Hit a semi-truck, frozen pizzas, dragged about a quarter-mile down the line, dragged this semi-truck trailer, hit this billboard, locomotive off the track onto the road here.
The camera captured a vehicle catching fire after colliding with a train before the flames were safely put out. I've never seen a vehicle take a risk like that, moving across the tracks bit by bit, as if the oncoming train didn't even exist. Maybe this driver found a traffic-free route, but I'm not so sure how many times it would actually work. In California, 2 trains reversing in a rail yard came together unexpectedly, leaving a few cars tipped over, but with no one affected. The camera captured the moment a freight train left the tracks, causing several cars to pile up. The same type of derailment was later recorded at a rail station in Illinois. In Spain, relentless rain transforms railway tracks into rivers, forcing train services to a complete standstill. Let's take a look at the world's largest vacuum machine, built to clean railway tracks. Train doors aren't always as safe as we think. Even if they don't cause harm right away, they still carry certain risks. I don't understand how he managed to get in there. Railways seem to have a certain attraction for animals, especially geese.
Hier, jetzt kracht's, jetzt kracht's! Wahnsinn. Leute, das glaubt ihr nicht.
A serious collision occurred in Schwiebautzen, but remarkably, no injuries were reported. The driver remained safe inside the vehicle. Although it looked serious, the crash involved no occupants and resulted in property damage only.
En espérant qu'il s'arrête là, hein.
Wow!
In North America, rail cars are designed to remain in service for about 50 years from the date they're built, balancing durability with regular maintenance.
That's all.
A coal train experienced a derailment along the Legnica-Malkase railway line with no injuries reported and no environmental concerns. On Monday evening in Cottbus, 2 trams came into contact, with both drivers and 6 passengers between the ages of 20 and 55 lightly affected. A train incident involving a Canadian national locomotive and a Canadian passenger train occurred and was captured on camera. In New York, a routine train movement turned into an incident after it came into contact with a crane vehicle and left the tracks. The camera captured an unexpected moment as a locomotive suddenly caught fire. Fortunately, fire crews arrived shortly after to handle the situation.
67.1 is now officially dead on the law.
Sparks flared as the pantograph touched the overhead power system, creating a rare sight. Looks like someone won't be getting their food after all. A safety system designed to eliminate the dangerous gap between train and platform, proving that sometimes the smartest solutions are the simplest. I can't help but wonder if this is some kind of flash mob performance, or just a way they're testing the train cars. I've never seen a train station buried in snow before. It looks interesting at first, but it definitely comes with a lot of inconvenience. After a major flood, this train looks like it's gliding over water rather than running on tracks. Can someone tell me what this is? Because of the terrain, the train winds along the tracks like a snake in. Harsh weather conditions like this, trains getting stuck due to slippery tracks, isn't uncommon, and spreading salt is one of the most effective ways to deal with the problem. For Pikachu fans, Japan is one place where you can see a train like this in real life. Few people realized that a steam engine couldn't be run by just one person. The fireman kept the fire alive, while the engineer controlled how the train moved. And this is inside the cab of an electric train. This is the mechanism used to divert tracks on a high-speed rail line. Even if it looks harmless, this situation involves more danger than it appears. Just by how calm he is, you can tell this clearly isn't his first time. After a fresh snowfall, 2 Iowa, Chicago, and Eastern EMD SD 402 units hauled Canadian Pacific's short train 272 east along the Chicago route. At Union Station, the train extends out over the platform as it enters because the stop is on a curve. Anyone who ignores the safety line can quickly find out why it's there. Running eastbound on Canadian National's Freeport route, this ethanol train moves swiftly through the line. An EMD SD75I leads an ethanol train out of Burlington, Illinois right as the February snow starts, offering ideal conditions with easy handling and beautiful visuals. Led by a BNSF EMD SD75I, this 2,800-foot train travels from St. Paul to Chicago while sweeping through the curve between Lee and Shibona, Illinois. Set against fresh snow, a blue EMD SD42 carries Canadian Pacific's train 272 east along the Chicago line, with blue skies, a circling hawk, and a rail fan all sharing the ill moment. Headed west toward Genoa, Illinois, a mostly blue set of locomotives pulls short train 589 as it comes into view on a far hill after leaving New Lebanon.
Oh, look at this. Would you believe?
A modern train unintentionally blocked the shot just as the operator was trying to film the legendary Flying Scotsman locomotive, originally built in 1923. Railway lines, this unique, aren't something you can find just anywhere, are they? Just thinking about this train going any faster is concerning. It shows why rail infrastructure needs better maintenance and investment. No matter how harsh the weather or how heavy the snowfall, these iron machines keep moving without hesitation, a display of raw power against the elements. The camera captured a train accident on the Weiseritz Valley railway line. Fortunately, the collision resulted in no injuries. Stuck on the tracks, the vehicle had no choice but to become the opponent of an approaching Ferromex train. Stubbornness came at a price this time, the loss of a truck bed. In Houston, Texas, a train hit an SUV that was stuck on the tracks. Thankfully, the train was moving slowly, pulling the vehicle just a short way, and everyone walked away unharmed. In Mexico, a harrowing collision took place. Fortunately, no one was injured and everyone was safe. Due to the remnants of Hurricane Danny, a train unfortunately fell into a creek. Thankfully, no one was injured. Just one look at this railcar is enough to tell what happened to it. This tilting system is tested on real trains, helping them take curves faster without sacrificing a smooth, comfortable ride. The real question here is which came first, the pole or the tracks?
Ты что, слышишь, он прям на подножку встает.
On Tuesday, August 26, 2025, BNSF Railways Del Monte Foods Local, LC I-476, derailed in Rochelle, Illinois. Thankfully, Hulcher was there to save the day, getting the boxcar re-railed and the caboose in under an hour.
Another one. Seems kind of gnarly. Big one. Woo! Oh my God.
Along the North Coastline, sugarcane tracks operate like drawbridges, lowered when needed to connect with the main line so cane trains can cross. If you enjoyed this, make sure you're subscribed to UnrealX Moment.